Hello everyone! And oh boy, we finally got something new from Boom after all those weeks of silence. So, not only did we actually get to see some crazy leaks related to the upcoming episode, but there was also a pretty interesting rumor floating around Boom recently. And of course, I couldn't just ignore it, so I packed quite a lot of information in this video. What happened after Boom moved out to a different place to live, and how is the work on episode 79 part 2 is going? Will the episode release soon enough, and is it completely ready at the moment or not? And what crazy stuff will actually happen in the next episode? And who is going to win in the battle between ISOTOILETs and the Alliance? And I also saved the craziest leak we've got by the end of this video, so be sure to watch it all to understand everything. Now get your tea and snacks ready, and prepare to also give this video a like. And subscribe to my channel where I make a lot of skibidi toilet analyzing content while you are waiting for the next episode to get released. Okay, so if you are subscribed now, let's continue. And before we'll jump straight to the leaks, let me tell you something very interesting about an online rumor regarding Boom first. So do you guys remember this one time when Boom was once contacted by his fan directly via mail? And Boom actually answered his fans' questions? It happened a few months ago and was eventually proven to be legit, not fake. And, well, now we have pretty much a similar story, as Boom was contacted by one of his fans again. So he was asked some pretty interesting questions to which he also gave quite lengthy answers. And before you guys will ask me, hey, ISO, but has this answer really come from Boom directly? Is this legit too? I'd say that there still wasn't like 100% confirmation that it was true. But let me just say that there were quite a lot of clues pointing out that it was actually Boom answering these questions. First of all, the fan who received an answer from Boom recorded everything in a video format which you can see for yourself now. We can check the mail the answer came from, and it really looks like Boom's original mail. Besides that, I also used a bit of my deduction skills there, and I managed to contact one of the people who knew the fan I am talking about right now. Yeah, a friend of a friend of a friend. And let me just tell you guys, it really seems like a legit story. Okay, so the fan wrote to Boom the following message at first. Hello, Boom. I wanted to ask you a few things, mainly about how things have been going since you move and all that. You may not respond, but I hope you'll read this. And whenever you do get the chance, I hope you'll be able to reply. I know you've probably been busy lately, and I'm guessing you're currently working on episode 79 right now. So I wanted to ask, is there anything you can catch up on? Specifically, what is the current progress on episode 79 part 2? How is the work going overall? And if possible, could you share a small teaser or leak? If not, could you at least let us know when we can expect spoilers to drop? Thanks very much, Shadow/It's Really Sabi. And to that message, Boom actually replied with, I'm going slowly. These months I was struggling to find the motivation working as much as I did before, mainly because of some behind-the-scenes stuff that I'm not allowed to share. Not that the part 2 is very complex, although it is quite crowded. I've thought about sharing the leak, but most of what I can think of spoils what's going to happen significantly. Most of the animation has already been done, a lot of particle work. If it was only for animation, no lights, no particles, the episode would have been done in a week. But the effects take a huge amount of time, much more than the animation itself. Okay, so what can I say about it here? Well, first of all, that's actually a pretty honest and authentic response coming from Boom. And just the fact that he doesn't try to sugarcoat anything to his fans deserves some respect. He's not trying to hype things up just because or pretend everything's running smooth and perfect. Nah, he's actually being real for a second. But even though Boom said that he was struggling to find motivation to work in the same tempo, that still doesn't mean we have to get desperate or anything like this. Nope. This sort of rawness just reveals that Boom might be dealing with something way bigger behind the scenes. And it's not just about personal struggles or animation delays, but it's also about the secret projects he literally can't speak about yet. After all, he said that there are some behind-the-scenes stuff he's not allowed to share, which again brings me right back to the theory I already discussed in my earlier videos, that Boom might possibly be working with a studio or helping prepare something huge along with the episode, like the Skibidi Toilet movie or another important collaboration. Because if you're not allowed to share something, that's not just about burnout, but it could also be about contracts and NDAs. And what he said about animation quality delay and how the effects take a huge amount of time, well, that's something I've been saying for quite a while now, so it didn't surprise me at all. People think that once you finish the base animation, the episode is almost done. Yeah, sure. But Boom is not that kind of creator. He's not just slapping assets together in 1 week or less and calling it a day. We all know that the man is really striving for great quality. So he's adding custom particles, lighting, camera effects, shaders, and all the other insane polish that makes Skibidi Toilet episodes look like actual cinematic trailers at times. So even though the animations can be quite a trouble, it's still worth waiting in the end if we'll keep in mind what kinds of insane scenes we'll be about to see very soon. And here's something else that stands out to me. Boom says the episode is quite crowded. Now this might just be a reference to how many characters and action elements are going to be squeezed into part 2? But what if there's even more to it? What if it's crowded not only visually but narratively? I mean, we're talking about the return of Plungerman, the final confrontation between ISOTOILET and the Alliance near the cameramen's base, and much more. That's not just crowded, it's a whole freaking lore bomb waiting to explode on us. And that's why Boom hesitated to drop a teaser. But thankfully to us, he eventually did. And not just one spoiler, nope. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about now. And oh boy, it spoils some of the upcoming events of the next episode indeed. Okay, so first of all, the administrator of Boom's official Discord server named Crazy posted this very cryptic image and told everyone that it's just one part of the spoilers that Boom already provided to IBO75. And we'll be about to see a huge leak drop soon. But the part Crazy posted revealed pretty much nothing but a wall and some vague source of orange light nearby. And soon after that, more activity emerged in the IBO75 Discord server, where Amdodi and one more animator dropped 3 more images. The first one looked pretty damn suspicious and made me think about... Honestly, I still have no idea, because it looks like a hybrid between a speaker man, a cameraman, and a freaking ventilation shaft. I mean, you just look at this creature. He's pretty damn strange. On the second image, we could see a screenshot of IBO75 folder containing the secret leak. And finally, on the third one, we could see something that looked suspiciously similar to either G-Man's jetpacks, and it also looks like we could see the silhouette of somebody's legs in there, probably Astro Duchess's. Anyway, and then soon after such a warming up, we actually got full 3 spoilers to check. And in addition to that, Boom also wrote a bit more information regarding the episode's completion in his conversation with IBO75, who asked him, "I want to know if I should make this video because I don't want you to be uncomfortable. I also saw the rumor that the episode carries 60%, but it is a rumor, I think." To which Boom replied with, "Animation is almost done, but it's only animation. For comparison, I have been spending 4 days just doing effects in a tight fight scene that is like 40 seconds and I'm not even done yet." After that, IBO75 also asked, "And something else, is this 40-second scene so difficult because the battle is so intense?" To which Boom has said, "Yes, part 2 is quite intense as a whole. But I already told you guys not to get sad earlier in this video, so now let's move on to the actual leaks." So in the first full picture leaked to us, we can see the statue of Plungerman who still remains intact inside of the ruined cameramen's base. Although it's pretty obvious at this point that the base is really done for, as there are fire and flames all over the place, and the ISOTOILETs actually managed to get inside already. And I wonder, why would Boom highlight the statue of Plungerman once again in this leak though? To that, I have 2 possible explanations. The first one is that Plungerman can be shown as a symbol of the Alliance's unity and power that already started to crumble but is still standing even in the toughest situations like this one. This interpretation is relatively safe and makes sense, but is also quite boring. Don't y'all think so? Well, here's the alternative one for you. If you remember my last video where I talked about the craziest Skibidi Toilet plot theory so far, then you know how I suspected that Plungerman might actually be returned by the secret agent in order to play a very important role for the upcoming episodes. So maybe this is a direct hint by Boom that Plungerman is far from being done for, and there is still a chance for us to see this Chad again? I would really want to believe in that. Okay, and on the next 2 leaks we can see entrances leading inside the cameramen's base, and both are being completely ruined and set on fire. That only means that ISOTOILETs ventured deep enough into the base at this point, and either the Alliance is losing miserably, or it would be the moment when either G-Man or upgraded Titan Speakerman could have appeared immediately to get the balance right. And if we'll also remember Boom's words about how the entire second part of episode 79 is about to be really intense, then it would mean that the whole episode will most likely be one large battle sequence with a very thrilling and unexpected plot twist by the end. And by the way, do you guys see some kind of humanoid silhouette in one of those leaks? Because I sort of do, although I'm not entirely sure whether it's some character or just a weirdly rendered flame part. Or maybe this is Astro Hunter, given how all the Astros have already entered the base. Okay, but what detail of these spoilers actually got me quite excited is this part above the second leak. On the one hand, no pun intended, it might look just like a part of some Astros equipment we haven't seen before. But on another hand, what if this is actually one of the Alliance's Titans? Because I swear I could remember a similar cannon on Titan Cameraman earlier at some point, so... Is he back as an Astro Toilet slave, really? Or are these just my mind games already? But at least I'm pretty much sure that G-Man will definitely appear in this episode alongside with some other big boy. But the most important part is that I actually expect Plungerman's return in the global scheme of things. And I honestly don't even care if you guys believe me or not. This just has to happen. And once it does, I'm gonna be celebrating like crazy. I am so serious right now. Okay, and this was all I had for you today. Write in the comments below what you personally think about what I just told you. And be sure to also subscribe to my channel not to miss my new videos to keep yourselves updated while you are waiting for the second part of episode 79 to get released. And that was me, ISOTOILET. See ya!